What did that do to you?
I became a shell of myself. I didn't know who I was. I actually have a couple posts on my page where it's like, I have a post that says, I knew her body better than I knew my own.
Stop. Let that sit there. You said you knew another woman's body better than you knew your own.
Yes, several women. I knew several other women's bodies better than I knew my own. And I spent a lot of time, like I went in such a deep hole where I was like studying these women. I would go to their profiles and I would study their pages and like what they wear. I knew when they had met up. So I watched their videos of them having sex. So I would try to imitate that and recreate that in our relationships so that he could choose me and want me. And that is a low point to be. And I'm tearing up a little bit because I hate that I even got to a point where that was a thing, but that it was just that. And so I knew several other women's bodies better than I knew my own. I completely lost myself. I became a shell of myself. I tried to imitate their hair, their actions, even sexual things that I had seen him doing with them. I tried to recreate that in our life.
So I always say that the first thing to go when you're in a relationship with a narcissistic person is your identity. And of course, if you're new here, I'm a narcissist. Actually, I had narcissistic personality disorder. So that was the ex-wife of relationship guru Derek Jackson on the Dear Future Wifey podcast, telling her story about dealing with him. He said he had multiple affairs and all that other, dear Lord. But one of the main things that she said in the interview is common when you're in a toxic relationship with a narcissistic person. You do lose your identity, especially when you're being devalued and treated badly and cheated on and things like that. You try to figure, you start to feel like you're not enough. You're like, what is it about me that this person does not want? What do I need to change about myself to make them want me like they want everybody else? And that can take you to a very, very dark place, because a lot of people were laughing at her online when she came on with a bonnet on, talking about the armor of God and whatnot. I'm also pretty certain that she was a victim of, spiritual manipulation as well. Because when toxic, manipulative people get caught up, they always want to bring God into it. Like, God took me here, God took me there, God took me to this other woman's house to cheat on you too. So don't blame me. It's up there. At Insult to Injury on Mother's Day, he wrote this right here. Thank you for showing up for them, even in times you struggle to show up for yourself. And he deleted that post now. So why do you think she was struggling to show up for herself? I'm not saying, I'm just saying. Watching videos of him doing it with somebody else to try to learn positions, to try to make them love you. I wish Ms. Jackson healing and grace, and I'm praying for her.